Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. We talk about current events cause we just do. We have no other reasons. And man, it's been a shitty day. It's been terrible. I don't know how to feel. So we got to talk about the mail bomber or the MAGA bomber, as the mainstream media likes to label him. Anyway, so I was just holding out on this because I really wanted more information before we go into this issue. So, you guys know the story. The guy who's been sending suspicious packages to top Democrats. Some of them apparently have explosive capacity, some of them did not. But, anyways, it turns out he is a weird, crazy person who happens to be a Trump supporter. I'm not going to use his name, I'm not going to use his image. I feel that might just be us incentivizing these loonies. Anyway, so this guy, man, I I heard this expression. I don't know who originally came up with this, but I heard this at the kill stream. And the expression is something like, this person should sunset himself. The expression is like a euphemism for someone ending their own existence. I feel this expression is valid for this particular guy. This dude should totally just sunset himself. So, why am I particularly bothered by this? Well, first of all, act of violence never okay under any circumstances. And the other reason why I'm bothered by this is because the left, they own academia. They own entertainment. They own Hollywood. They own tech companies. Well, for the last one, I don't know if they own tech companies or if tech companies own them. Anyways, these guys, because of this retard, because we are in a very bad position. And I say this because all the abuse that people on the right took, whether it be simple, average, everyday citizen who got assaulted or harassed simply because they wore a MAGA hat, or whether it be people in public offices who were harassed out of restaurants, or that whole list of stuff, that everything that happened over the past 30 months to everyone on the left. First of all, it was ignored by the media because why wouldn't they? Who cares what happens to right wingers? And now, because of this one idiot, because the left owns all the cultural megaphones, this one idiot will constantly be in all the news channels. And you know why, of course. And what it does is that to people who are normies, people who are not particularly interested about politics, people who don't care, sometimes, they will cross paths with whatever mainstream media is throwing out. And to these people, they'd be like, oh wow, these Trump supporters, they're crazy. Everything that happened over the last 30 months to people on the right, that was never part of mainstream media's narrative. That'll never be the narrative. So this guy has just done an insane amount of damage to folks on the right, especially leading up to the midterms. I don't know how this is going to affect the midterms. I don't speculate that there will be a big impact, but if there is a big impact, I wouldn't be surprised. Because the mainstream media, the left, and all their cronies just got a huge ammo. So that's how I feel about this. I feel as frustrated and upset as I speculate a lot of you do. Now moving on to my fellow brethren on the right. I am a little disappointed with you guys. I am. So, while this incident broke, there were some people who were speculating the possibility that this might be a false flag. And I don't blame that, I don't blame people exploring that avenue because that was one of the possibilities that crossed my minds too. And I think that's fine. But then there were people on the right who just leaped to the conclusion that this is a false flag. Now, these things are problematic. I understand the sentiment, I understand the reasoning, I understand why you may be tempted to believe that or even say that. But the reason why these claims, I don't mind people making the speculation or people exploring that avenue, but people claiming that this was a false flag, that does more harm than good to people on the right. And the reason why I say that is because, listen, The sad reality is that the left owns all the cultural megaphones, at least the three big ones: academia, entertainment, and media. So when people on our side of the spectrum, when we make claims that don't have enough evidence, that gives these people a lot of ammo to just broadcast using their cultural megaphones. Now, yes, people on the left make those claims too. People on the left, they constantly make claims that are unsubstantiated. Like, for example, hands up, don't shoot. Every cable news network was promoting it. Mattress Girl, her claims of what are those fake rape allegations, every progressive news outlet was promoting it. Yes, they make claims too. But for better or for worse, and I would argue that it's for the worse, because they own all the cultural megaphones, it's very difficult for us to hold these people accountable. In other words, people on the left can get away with making claims that are unsubstantiated. Those are the rules of the game. I don't like those rules as much as most of you guys, but those are just the rules, and we gotta be better. So, folks on the right, a lot of you guys were exploring the possibility that, this might be a false flag, which is fine. But there were people who were making claims that this is a false flag, and at times like this, I really think more people in the United States and elsewhere, but my audience and my main concern is within the United States, should take a step back and maybe just say, you know what, we should wait for more information. And I know a lot of you guys would say, well, the left never waits for more information. The hashtag MAGABomber was trending on Twitter even before the investigation happened, even before anything was verified. And yeah, you're right. These guys don't wait for more information, and they never will. They never will, because they are right now in a position of power, at least culturally speaking, at least in terms of, the modes of distribution of information in society is concerned. These guys are in a position of power. And unless we take back some of that power, they can get away with stuff like this. But we, unfortunately, we can't. So I sincerely request everyone, especially on my side of the political aisle, when things like this happen, we just gotta hold our peace, just hold our tongue for 24 to 48 or maybe 72 hours till we get more information. Otherwise, we're just giving the other side ammo that we don't need to. That's just my take on this whole thing. It's a terrible thing. It doesn't serve us any good. This whole situation was not good for us, but maybe we can take that learning experience. I don't know, you guys. That's how I feel. So yeah, that's my take on it. Thank you guys so much for listening. I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.